You gave $1,235 and still got shamed at the altar in this economy? Welcome to the Gray Way, where we don't just talk about culture, we build it. If you're tired of being entertained by foolishness and ready to expose it, educate through it, and elevate above it, this is your space. Like, share to help the algorithm, and subscribe if you haven't already. Before we break this all the way down, I want you to watch the full clip with no interruptions. Don't skip it. Don't fast forward. I want you to feel the weight of it. Watch how it builds. Watch her face. Listen to his tone. And most importantly, ask yourself, what spirit is really at work here? So here it is, raw, uncut. The full exchange between Pastor Marvin Winans and a church member who gave over $1,200 and it still wasn't enough. Then we'll run it back together, line by line, beat by beat, because trust me, we're not letting this slide.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Let's start right here. This is emotional blackmail wrapped in scripture. And before anyone comes talking about touch not my anointed, being anointed doesn't give you the right to financially manipulate people. If your faith needs a receipt and a routing number to activate, you're not sowing seeds, you're buying hope.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Only? My man said only $1,200, like we're not in a post-pandemic, recession-inflated, rent-skyrocketing economy. That ain't humility. That's hubris with a mic and a suit. When a pastor uses only in front of 4 digits, it tells me they ain't touched a light bill in years.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well,
This is what broke me. That woman is trying. And it's not just her. Black women have been the financial backbone of the Black church for decades. And this is how they get treated. You're in a building named Perfecting Church. But what you're really perfecting is public shame disguised as pastoral direction.
that ain't what I asked you to do.
Oh, so now blessings come with terms and conditions? This ain't Verizon Wireless, bruh. This is supposed to be the house of God. Since when did Jesus need a +1 to accept your offering? The same Jesus who fed 5,000 with 2 fish and 5 loaves? Y'all remixing scripture worse than TikTokers remix songs. This isn't just about Pastor Marvin Winans. This is a crisis in the Black church. According to Black Enterprise, Black people have given over $450 billion to Black churches since 1980, with little systemic transformation to show for it. No grocery co-ops, no neighborhood health care, no Black Wall Street revival. But we got fog machines, LED walls, and pastors in Gucci belts yelling, "Sow your seed." Churches aren't just spiritual centers, they've become the cultural stock market. And your grandma's tithe is the IPO. And look, this ain't the first time a Marvin went viral.
There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Maybe it's a Marvin thing. If your pastor's first name is Marvin, maybe leave that church. If his middle name Marvin, still consider it. This is my opinion. Here's what I believe. You can't buy your way into heaven. You can't PayPal your way into a breakthrough. And you can't Cash App God like he owes you a blessing. God never demanded $2,000. God asked for obedience, service, and love. But let me take you to scripture real quick. Mark 12:41, 44. Jesus sat across from the treasury and watched people give. The rich were throwing in bags of money, but then came a widow. She dropped in 2 mites, less than a penny. Jesus stopped everything and said, she gave more than all of them. Her name wasn't mentioned. She didn't shout it out. She didn't walk to the altar with a mic and a pledge card, but God saw her, and we're still talking about her over 2,000 years later. That's God. That's faith. That's pure. But now, today's preachers twist that same story to bleed the struggling. They'll say, give your last, like the widow, but forget to mention Jesus never asked her for that. She gave it freely, and he didn't bless her with a mansion or a check. He gave her eternal recognition. Now flip the question. What if they don't have more to give? What if the last $47 in their account towards rent or baby formula? You want worshipers or ATMs? Because here's the truth. Success ain't tied to the sanctuary. There are millionaires right now, atheists, agnostics, Muslims, Buddhists, even self-proclaimed witches who've never tithed a day in their life, but they're blessed. And why? Because God is sovereign. Because divine favor ain't on layaway, because blessings are not brokered by men with microphones. And here's the part that always gets me. When the pastor needs a blessing, he asks you. But when you need a blessing, he tells you to give and watch God move. That's not faith. That's financial abuse with a Hammond organ in the background. Let's stop acting like God is a vending machine, that if you press the right amount of dollars and select the right seed, he's obligated to give you what you want. That's not God. That's not faith. That's not church. That's spiritual hustle. What's more Christ-like? Giving a pastor $2K or using that $2K to buy groceries for 5 single mothers who can't make it to payday? One looks like charity, the other looks like Christ. So let me leave you with this. God does not require your rent money. He requires your heart. If this message spoke to your spirit and not your wallet, then you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe, drop a comment, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And I promise you, it won't cost you anything. Let's talk more about it in the comment section. Is the Black church too focused on money to focus on ministry? Until next time, protect your heart, protect your mind, and please protect your pockets. This is the Gray Way.